thought you was here before me.
I'm trying to be ready, friend. Okay.
Clock it. I don't even know if I'm using that in the right term. My sister has Shemaya. My sister has Nene going clock it with her two fingers.
I don't know what that even means, girl. I'm like,
I
where
don't
my
know if I don't know if I'm sure about the true definition myself. I use it all the time. Like, yes, girl, yes. But
yeah.
now they saying clock it. I don't know where we added clock it
What's
to it.
clock it mean?
But
What
yes, come
context?
on.
What context would you use clock it?
Lying, I'm not I'm not one of the young kids. But girl, I would
Yeah.
just like to go ahead and just get it out the way now with everybody. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the
Um,
show. Welcome. It's happy Wednesday, hump day Wednesday, whatever it is it needs to be for you today. Okay.
whatever it needs to be for you today. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, and I can't believe it's October. Girl, where did October come from?
I don't know. And you know what threw me off is my little one had her regular dental appointment and she went to see the ortho for braces today.
Mm.
So Monday, literally, it was like, okay, end of September, top of October, we hitting with appointments.
Oh God, no. Mm-mm. I
Yeah.
just had to take Nene to her therapy today. That's all I had. I strategically plan out all my stuff. Like I have therapy on Tuesdays. She has therapy on Wednesdays, and then we do our group activity, the little program she's in on Thursdays. I cannot do two or more things in one day. I am not that girl. One thing only, preferably in the morning time, so I can have the rest of my day to myself.
Yes, I agree. It can be a lot. Sometimes you don't have a choice, I feel like, but when you can control that, two is like a good max.
Yes. So this is the opening to exactly what this show is all about, which is girlhood to grownhood. Like, did you just hear our
Yes.
schedules?
It's not even our schedule, it's our kids' schedule for the most part.
Say it again. It's kids and husband.
Yes, which falls into what we'll talk about for the viral reaction video that I came across.
I
I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today, or as best as you can make it. Can't believe that it's already October. What are you guys doing for Halloween? Are you dressing up or do you just pass out candy? Love to get you guys engaged on that.
okay, I'm back.
Oh, I was just about to keep going and talk to the audience about how I'm having driver's fatigue.
Oh my
Driver fatigue.
God. For real? Oh, well, you
Yeah,
commute for work, so
yeah.
yeah, I get it.
I I I feel like I get a little more agitated as the week progresses. And I'm just like, I'm on the road so much. And it's like the likely, statistically, the likelihood of getting into an accident and things like that, how it just really goes up the
Mhm.
more time, the more time you're just out. And I kid you not, today I'm getting ready to turn onto the highway from one of our main roads, Owen. And you know how there's the traffic at the intersection where usually traffic is either turning left or right.
Mhm.
Every once in a green moon, you have that vehicle that needs to hop back on the expressway
Right, to cross
and
over.
to cross over. That's what happened to me today. And I'm trying to turn, yeah,
That's so dangerous in that area.
yeah. So I'm like, thank goodness I was paying attention and was just like, I need to stop because he's coming. He was in a truck.
When I tell you this 2-year-old stage is over cooking my grits. And you can't overcook grits. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, it's possible.
Girl.
Yeah.
Anywho,
You
I was
reserve all your last nerves.
I don't even got any last ones left. I don't have nerves. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm working on at this point. In this toddler stage, I feel like y'all should have been a little more transparent about how crazy it is. That whole terrible twos thing. No, 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 no. No, no, no. That's keeping it good compared to what I'm actually going through. Okay?
Mhm.
And then now it's this thing about three-nagers.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
It's a
so over it. I'm
That's
so
been
over it.
around.
I have something so funny to tell you. My
Okay.
cousin still calls you your nickname for her.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm
They
talking about?
Yes, they supposed to I heard they're supposed to be going on tour next year.
Do we want to go?
I definitely wanna go if it's true. Imma
So
be
for
looking.
nostalgic reasons, that is not on our planner right now. But because we are on that topic of that group, do you remember the notebook we used to pass around class with the stories we used to create about who we actually dated in that group?
Absolutely.
We were absolutely delusional. What was our problem?
That was true delusion before it was a hashtag or
Fan fiction
trend,
is what it would be called now.
but we weren't the only ones. Do y'all remember writing stories about your favorite boy bands and it being a whole I remember getting on platforms and reading other people's stories, and that's what sparked it.
The kids don't know about chat rooms and blogs and what else did we have?
Forums, they called them
Forums?
forums.
Girl, the band forums back in the day?
Yes.
Fifth quarter? I am so tired.
It's not for the weak.
I should have had kids before 35. Because entering my 40s with a toddler, what?
That's a
They
whole
should they should not advertise that that's able to happen.
that's a whole topic in itself. Listen, it is going to be more common, okay? So you can shout it out to the people as much as you want, but people, this is what happens because people are waiting later in life to have kids.
There's
So
nothing wrong. Listen, okay, so
you just
let's just pull over from the nostalgia because this whole episode could be mom life, and at this point, I wouldn't even give a doggone.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have always been the friend that is like big X on kids. I
Yeah.
have been like that. Since you know me,
Chaps. Used to call them chaps.
chaps. Get your chaps, okay? Get your chaps.
I
All
had
these
never
chaps.
heard anybody else say that term outside of you. I think even to this day. And you were saying that in high school. You like, get your
My
chaps.
granddad called kids chaps, so that's
Okay, it's old school.
it's very old school. But he's like, all these chaps running around here. So I just, grew up I grew up calling kids chaps. So like now that I have one, I based it how I was when I was gonna have kids off my mom, right?
Okay.
My mom had me in her early 20s. I don't give me the line. I think she was like 22, 23. I don't know. She had my sister a couple years after that. Don't give me the line because I'm too old to like really know the math at this
Mm-hmm.
point. But
20s,
then
late
my little
20s.
brother came along. Right. But then my little brother came along and I was 13 when she had my little brother. So
Yep.
I was a teenager with a newborn in the house. And to see what my mama went through, not only with raising my little brother, I saw her pregnancy. You have to remember that. I was old enough
Yes.
to remember my mom being pregnant and what she went through being pregnant. Okay?
Yeah.
And it was at that moment when my mom found out she was pregnant with my little brother and everything she was going through that I was like, "Oh yeah, no."
Uh-huh.
I don't want to. Yeah, it was like, oh no, you go through this? Oh girl, absolutely not. I would like for my mom to be like, nah, girl, tell the people that this is what you might go through. Being pregnant and appointments and what you might have to go do, it's a
It's
tight schedule.
mm-hmm.
considering you have a child sitting on your bladder and your intestines. Sometimes
Pretty
they
much
ask
all
us
times.
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you ask us to fast. Sometimes you ask us to not go to the restroom. Sometimes you ask us not to do certain things before certain things.
What seems like the impossible.
Scan, which is like the impossible because you have a whole human growing inside your body. And you telling me not to eat?
Right.
I had an emergency C-section, which is what they
Mhm.
technically call it. I would have had her on the side of the road had it not been for the fact that I actually had a doctor's appointment that day.
I remember you explaining that. You were at
Yes.
your doctor's appointment, and
Right.
then it
Like
it was go time.
it was go time. Like I come in to do my regular appointment, and that's when she was like, we gotta get you to labor and delivery. Now she didn't say much. And I'm like, okay.
You don't find out about the emergency stuff until you're in the emergency. I mean, we can go for story for story, like, Nia was transversing me, so she was, like, hip to hip at my hips, but, she
No,
was
Navy
sideways,
Nene was completely up and down,
but feet down.
feet down.
Yeah. Wrong way.
And I knew that was a problem before having kids, you know what I'm saying? And one of the things you have to do is for a C-section period is fast. They asked me had I ate anything. I absolutely did. What do you mean? My appointment's at 10 a.m. Girl, I've had an egg McMuffin, 2 hash browns, a caramel frappe,
Like, what do you mean, did I eat? Of course I ate.
fruits, nuts. Of
We're
course I've ate. It's 10 p.m. And it's an hour drive to get to you, which means that I had to wake up at 8. Of course I ate.
with a snack in the cup.
Where do I start?
Yep.
I'm 9 months pregnant.
Just run down the list for you.
I had a granola bar and Boost in the cup holder as I'm driving
No thoughts of fasting. No thoughts.
because I'm only supposed to be here for y'all to check
And go.
her and check what's the high risk whatever thing I don't even know anymore because I'm not planning on going through it again. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
We ran through what we had to run through, and they need to check where she was at. That's what that's what the appointment was supposed to be. And instead, I ended up coming out with a whole baby.
She showed up. She said, "All right, it's time. I'm ready. I'm out of here."
I'm going to start being more honest. Y'all need to start telling the children.
So I think a lot of times we block it out. Like we compartmentalize it somewhere in the back of our brains and we forget about it
Hold
because
on, I gotta take a mom break. Where are you? Not you barking, girl. I'm not talking to you. Where are you? Come to the camera. I don't think this thing works. So
she's
now,
just
you
ignoring
know what?
you.
At this point, with what I'm going through with my daughter and what I just talked about, my trauma with having her, now will be a good time to cut to commercial break so I can go see what she's doing in her room.
Okay, I'm gonna refill my water.
We'll be right back. Mm-hmm. All right, people. So we're back. And welcome to uh Girlhood to Grownhood. Just in
Uh,
case you need a refresher, I am Tamika.
And I am Annika.
Right. So after checking on the chap, she's fine.
She's fine, all is well.
She playing with her kitchen set and doing the things. I don't know
Until
if you
it
saw
until we cut up again.
exactly. I don't know if you saw my story today, but we are in full tutu mode today.
Oh, I love good tutu. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it. I'm a girl mom. We have to love tutus.
When have you ever known me to be the girly girlfriend?
Never. That's why it's so fun. Oh, wait till she gets into nail polish.
No, that we can get into because I am a nail girly. Always have been. I'm just not a girly girl. I'm just gonna say the at-home girlies that like to do their nails at home or whatever, just be careful with that Apex. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't wanna say the company, but if you're on the
Yeah.
Talk Shop, you know what done came across your timeline with the Apex, whatever. That glue and nail set, baby.
It's a no.
I would not recommend it.
I like the dip powder myself.
I love a good dip powder too, but because I like long nails,
Mhm.
dip isn't good for me. Cause
See, and I like short just for
yeah,
work. It works better for me for work
I can see that
purposes.
though. Yeah, I can see that though.
Yeah.
No, I like a good coffin
Mhm.
stiletto set
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
My little clack. I want to hear my nails clack clack clack
Too
clack.
I can't do too much clack clack.
I want to be able to do, a good uh Patti
What do they call
LaBelle
it?
and Dolly
Th
Parton
they call it the
washboard.
ASMR.
ASMR, yes. I love to do a little clack clack with my nails.
Yeah.
But my mom did nails when she was younger, so I grew up with at
Mm.
least getting my pinky done in acrylic. She
Oh,
was that
cute.
mom, like I'm not gonna tell you no, but I'm not gonna do your whole hand.
Yeah. That's becoming a thing now too, I think, with the kids. The younger kids are getting acrylic nails, like,
Mm.
already.
Yes, and piercings and tattoos.
Yep.
So
How young is too young, guys?
earned I at this point have
And then I took it
anywhere
out.
between 13 to 17 piercings. I forgot at this point. Okay. I
That
like piercings.
that sounded insane. I took that cartilage piercing out too because it was just not meshing with I was getting a keloid, and so I had to get rid of it.
No, they made stuff for that now. That's the reason why I have so many piercings because I was a big keloid girl too. And then like
Mm.
they've made things to where like you don't keloid. So I just
Wow.
kept putting holes in my face.
Well,
The girl, anywho,
oh,
she
yay.
playing win, but it looks safe.
Oh, yay.
Oh, we got a book. Okay, great. Is that a book? It's a book. It's a book. It's a book.
Okay.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
I
do
felt like
another.
Toy Story. What do we have? What do we have? Oh, yes. We back.
So just want to check in for the week. I know September was a crazy month. Well, September, but this last week was crazy for the both of us.
Yes, it was. It's been like so busy. I feel like the downtime has been pretty much non-existent. I'm pretty sure you have the same sentiments.
Agreed.
And I mean, whether it's inside the home or outside the home, from appointments to just getting through the week. Um, yeah, it's been pretty wild, and it's hard to believe still that it's September 1st.
October.
I mean, October 1st.
See, you still stuck in the
Wow.
last month.
But then I'm like always a day ahead in the week.
True. So you had the day right, just the wrong month. But I
Yes.
can see how you did that, girl, because I walked into my appointment with Nene today and they were like, "Oh, it's the first." And I'm like, "Dang, it is the first." And what I
Yes.
also thought was cool was this past week, both of our churches were in fellowship with each other.
They were. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful time.
And I just want you to know that our pastor used Chatty at church, and you thought that was funny. But we called him
I hollered.
Chatty. But we called him Chatty Sunday for not being at our service because he double booked himself. Why would you do that?
And he admitted that he double booked to us.
Mm,
He was
I
like,
haven't rewatched y'all service yet.
yeah, he was like, I double booked myself. And yeah, it was so funny when he used chatty. Cause
We keep telling him you have a church
that's throwback.
secretary for a reason. He just be out here agreeing to stuff and doing whatever without checking with his church secretary. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'll
But
be there.
we also had good church because I'm not gonna lie. When I was in the choir standing, because I'm also one of his nurses and we keep up with time for him, I looked at my clock
Mhm.
like, wasn't he supposed to be gone a half hour ago? And he was
Child.
still at our church. And I'm like, he finna be late.
Yes.
Was he late?
Yes, he was. He was a little late and
I was
he
wondering that.
but it was great. It was a wonderful sermon, and
Okay.
yeah, it was a good time, and shout out to our pastors.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because
Mhm.
they was working, baby. They was
It worked it out.
working this week. Right.
Mhm.
So we're just gonna move on to the next topic.
Yep. So,
And we're gonna jump right into the meat of the show. I'll, do my thing. But I wanted to see if you saw the new host of Reading Rainbow.
I did not. I was like, "What are we talking about?"
He's the guy with the fro. I should have been more prepared for this moment. Um, I've saw him going viral for a long time promoting libraries and books and stuff like that. And I've been a supporter of his, which sucks because I can't remember his name right now. But
Oh, okay. I have
that's
him pulled up. He seems nice.
yes. You never seen him? He's such a cute guy. And he's so likable. But he's supposed to be the new host of Reading Rainbow. I also was talking to my sister, and one thing that came up was the fact that my nephew will be going to the book fair again this year. And last year I gave him money to buy at the book fair because the book fair the book fair in our time, girl.
The book fair is very expensive these days.
These
Very.
days, it was expensive in our day.
Uh, I mean, everything is expensive now, so I'm just.
No, but I'm
But
saying the book fair back in our day was something like our parents was like, listen, you got $10.
well, now it's like okay, $20 to $30.
I don't even want to say 20 to 30. And that's my
That's for one
question.
book.
That's my question to not only you, but the audience is how much are we sending the kids to the book fair with? Because I would send Nene to the book fair with at least $50.
Yeah,
At
that
least. In this
rings
economy?
that rings about right. I mean, if you're planning to get more than one thing, I try to stick with like a
Well,
thing.
the kids are going to get more than one thing. So that's what I'm saying. If we are like really sending them to the book fair for them to pick out their own things like we used to do back in our day, I say, oh,
And then that's why I like why they run it that way. So you can get it during school hours or after school hours when you can have parent or guardian.
mm-hmm. Yes.
I was gonna say they have a book vending machine now at my daughter's school, which I thought was really cool. It
That's
literally looks
cute.
like a vending machine and it's stocked with books.
I love that idea. Why didn't I
Mm-hmm.
think of that?
It's super cute.
Because when we go to the library, there is a shelf where all the books on the shelf are $2.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, a way of keeping books circulated through the library because not only are they selling books for you to take home, but they actually were doing also a book drive, accepting books to put into the library. So it keeps everything fresh and new. I've always been a library girl. I don't know if anybody remembers going to the library and using the cards to find where your library book was at.
Yes, the catalog.
Is it I don't want to get it wrong, but is it the Dewey Decimal System?
I'm not sure. I'm not gonna hold you up.
I could be wrong, but I feel like that's what it's called. But
Yeah.
yes, I am a library girl, so I wonder like what money are we sending to the kids for a book fair? I'm interested in creating a poll this week for our listeners to say how much money are we sending the kids to the book fair with? Like, are we sending them with $10 to $25? Are we doing like 26 to 50? Are there some ballers out there sending more than that? Like what are we sending nowadays for an appropriate book fair amount? Because back in the day, like a Lisa Frank folder used to be just like $3.
Yes, and I love Lisa Frank so much.
Same. So it's like we could at least walk out of the book fair and have $10 and we could walk out with at least a pencil eraser and a folder to say we were able to at least buy something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like nowadays with inflation and the prices of things, What are we sending the kids to the book fair with? I'm interested in seeing. I'm interested in seeing what the audience has to say with how much money they would send their kids to the book fair with, or how much money they do send their kids to the book fair with.
No, I agree. But these days too, it's like you have the book fair and then there's other fundraisers that go on throughout the school year too. So it's very interesting how much money the PTO gets parents to shell out.
Really? Well, I don't have a school age child, so I don't know what happens in school yet.
It's very interesting. I always compare it to like back when we
Uh
were in
huh.
school. I try to think like, did we have this many fundraisers? So like they have daddy daughter
Girl,
dance that usually comes around in like at the top of the year. So they'll have fundraisers where they sell mums, for instance. And so, they have a goal for the kids. Let's try and sell three mums, and that goes towards all the proceeds to go towards the daddy daughter dance. And
just
then
three?
there's or 5, but,
Still
I
just
mean,
5?
per student. Yeah.
Girl, back in the day, we used to have to sell 100 tubs of cookies.
But do you know how much they're running now? They'll run you, like, at
No, I
least
don't know.
well, they're not
No.
so they're not terribly priced, but, I mean, you can pay anywhere from, like, see, 15 to $40, and then there's the holiday wreaths, so they run those too. Yeah. So it's not just the book fair, and then there's also, like, holiday shop that they do at my daughter's school
Okay.
where, yeah, the kids, they can go around the library. It's set up to where they can pick different gifts,
Cause
for
you
family and
gotta start a
friends.
fundraising early with kids, especially if the class is staying together. Like our
Mhm.
class did, we stayed together for the most part. And we did a lot of fundraising to get the things that we did for our senior year, for instance. So I'm all for
Absolutely.
fundraising and doing what the kids need to do to get what they need to get. I'm all for it.
It's a good habit to form. That's just me.
I would prefer to also lead with school district because that brings us to our next topic, your viral video of what do we think comes first
Rather who?
or who comes
Yeah,
first.
between children and our spouses.
I'm gonna let you go
So,
first since you brought the topic.
yeah, so there was a viral video that you guys have probably seen or have heard about. This woman is talking about, I think she was possibly going to be going through a divorce with her spouse. Yeah, unless there was some changes that took place because spouse felt like they were getting neglected once the child came about, and comment section was really going crazy and really divided about who comes first, the spouse or the child. Now, in my opinion, in the initial stages of a child's life, they are solely dependent, highly dependent on the mother. Okay. Now, the spouse or the dad, they're involved as well, and that's wonderful. But that mother has to be present with the child, and that's just what it is. Um, and so the dads they're going to feel like they're put to the back burner. Like, no doubt. I'm not saying that that's not a thing at all. Now, as the child gets older, that will change, right? Like, that will and can change. And I think being intentional about, okay, we got to get back into date nights because we know everything just kind of falls to the wayside, right? Um, and so I think being intentional about spending that time together again when it's appropriate for the child to spend time or be babysat by somebody, you kind of get back into, all right, this is us again, looking at your spouse in the face, seeing how, checking in with each other, because it's just hard in those beginning stages when the child is young until they're a little more self-sufficient. But other than that, like we know the Bible says it's supposed to be God, husband, and then the household. I know. That's controversial, but you met your husband first, right? And then one day your child is gonna grow up and they're not even gonna want to be around you.
True.
And you gonna need to be really connecting with your spouse. It might feel like y'all dating all over again, you
Oh, it
know?
absolutely will be
So
because we're different minds, different age by that point.
absolutely. You don't have the same mindset or maturity in your 20s as you do when you're 30, 30 from when you're 40, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much where I stand with it. It's just you're still a team at the end of the day. I think it's what it really is supposed to be because it does take two active parents to raise a successful household.
Hmm. You know, I'm the unhinged one of the group.
Mhm.
And I don't care
I
what nobody
that's what
think.
and
My
that's why it's so
children,
wonderful. We get both sides of the coin here.
I don't care what nobody think. My children absolutely come first
Mm.
because they are
I
what?
didn't s I didn't
No, no,
say
no.
they
I
never
know I
came
didn't. You
first.
didn't say they didn't come first. I'm just saying they are dependents and always
Mhm.
will be until the age of 18, right? And because they are considered dependents, no matter how we look at it, whether they have a job, don't have a job, if they are considered a minor, we are responsible for them, right?
This is a true story.
And at that point, I feel like a husband is not a minor,
They are not a minor. They're a full-grown adult.
a full grown adult. You are not a dependent. So at that point, we both should be putting in the effort into the dependent, which would be the child. It's a shared
Mhm.
effort. Now let's just say, for instance, it's one of those situations where mom takes care of the kids, dad goes and work. And that's fine. Whatever your thing is. The child still comes first because they are still a dependent. So if something with the child is at the forefront, regardless of what either parent has going on, I'm not saying male or female, it would still be this way if I consider dads the forefront and the sole caretakers as well. It would still be the child is the dependent. They should come first because they are not able to do things on their own or some things on their own or not most things on their own. As an adult, you're able to do whatever you want on your own. So
Yeah. I think that's why this subject is such a hot button topic too, is because it depends on what phase of the child's life are we talking about.
agreed. Because, like, right now, with my screaming toddler upstairs, if I tell you I'm having a hard day, we have had a hard day with our 2-year old, which everybody know is the hardest phase,
I agree.
right?
Not disagreeing.
And I had to shut down the house early to do what I had to do. I expect you, as a grown adult who has 2 hands, 2 feet, eyes to see, right? To go in the refrigerator and find you something to eat. It shouldn't take me to try to figure that out for you.
I am not disagreeing with that. And so again, I think it breaks down to okay. Um, so this conversation has kind of bled over into a podcast or that I tend to watch, and there was a person that said, "Okay, we're talking about what about dinner? Okay, like fixing dinner. Do you fix the husband's plate first, or you fixing the kids' plates first?"
You want my honest answer?
I do.
Nene always eats first.
I most like so because we're talking about a toddler, I'm most likely going to fix my child's plate first
No,
because
I'm always gonna fix the kids' place first. That just makes sense. They are the one that's antsy enough to eat. So
right.
why would you not fix their plate first so they can get settled and quiet, and then
Mhm.
everybody else can eat in solace?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
ain't got nothing to do about who, like, in my opinion, it don't have nothing to do about man, woman, whatever. It is this person is going to be hangry if they do not get their food. and more likely that is the child than the adult of the
Okay.
situation, regardless if that is male or female, right? We
Mhm.
should be able to hold back our hunger enough for us to fix the child's plate who can't communicate that they're hangry, right?
Correct. Correct. Or the ways
Re-
that the anger comes out.
exactly, regardless of what age they are, they get hangry.
Yes.
And however that comes out, they need to eat first so we can get them quiet enough for us to enjoy our food. And that is my mindset.
Mhm.
Let me
I'm
fix her
not
plate so she can sit down, eat, and then we can fix our plate and then we can sit down and watch her eat. Cause we gonna
Yeah,
eat faster than her anyway.
true.
I don't know. Maybe I'm
Or
thinking
they
about it from
take
a
2
different
bites
standpoint.
and then they're done, you
And
know?
then they done. Or they want to come eat off our plate. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
I
I think
fix
there's
Nene plate first.
I think there's so many different nuances within this topic in itself, right? So like right
Mm-hmm.
now we're simply talking about dinner time,
Yes.
right? So, okay, is it a matter of okay, honoring you're honoring your husband, right? Okay, yes. So I know, you're waving the hand. But I guess that's what I would like to know. I wish we could get like y'all please weigh in on this because I think the context of it all matters too.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a broad and large um topic to unpack
I
cuz there's just so many ways ins and outs of it, right? We're talking about dinner. We're talking about the age of the child. It's like you can't just stuff, you try to stuff this one thing into a box, but it won't go. It can't go. So, I think it really comes down to how do you maintain and keep the peace in your home and make it peaceful for everybody?
I
And I think that's why we as women we have so many bags, so many things
that we carry.
that we carry. And it's like, okay, you want us to work full time and then you want us to have dinner ready and then we're supposed to be everything to the children, everything to the husband. And it's like it's only one of us.
I don't consider
So it's so much to unpack in
maybe
it,
for
really.
me is I don't consider who eats first, who eats last, who eats second, third as honoring my husband.
And I'm sure you're not the only one.
No. That's not how you in my opinion, that's not how you honor your husband of fixing his plate first. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I don't feel like that is okay, who need to eat?
Yeah.
Like we all need to eat, okay?
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
need to eat. I'm somebody that prefers to go ahead and get my Bearstein Bears out the way before I eat because I don't want them disrupting me eating. So I want to feed
Yeah.
her first and then him and then I will fix my plate because I want them
Yeah.
to leave me alone. It ain't got nothing to do with who come first or who come last.
Facts. Facts. And it's like I think that's the real raw reality of it. And that's why I said I think it really comes down to how are you able to maintain and keep peace in your home. And whatever that looks like for you, that's just what it is.
And everybody honestly just need to mind their own business because homes they vary. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They vary.
Absolutely.
That's one of the things that's been bothering me so much about culture lately is not realizing that the same thing don't work for everybody.
Mhm.
But
One house
however, but
does
however
not run the
you are
same.
exactly, but however you are manage your household, how you want to manage your household and it work for you, please keep doing what you're doing because these children are a mind of their own.
Mhm.
Mental health is real
Yes.
and this world is crazy. So however
Mhm.
you are able to get through it, do what you need to do and who cares what anybody else thinks. um I feel like social media has made stuff so much public in people's homes and how they raise their children and how they do things to where people now have an opinion about it. You open yourself up to that opinion. Yes, when you do something public like them, people are going to open themselves up to their opinion about our podcast and what we say. But I said what
Mhm.
I said.
Yep.
which
Yep.
is this is what works for me and my family. I don't care what you and your family do. That works for you and you.
Mhm.
But we are
Exactly.
all individuals with individual jobs, with individual careers, with individual personalities, right down to the kids. No one family is the same, period. So, whatever you got to do what's best for your family, do what you got to do, especially in this day and age.
I completely agree on that. I think that portion we can agree on because you can't. Everything is no household is cookie cutter to the next. You know what I mean? Like you have a toddler in your home, I have a adolescent in my home. The next person may have teenagers in their home. Heck, they cooking their own food. And so that's why I say I think, it's whatever is maintaining peace in your home. That's what you lead with. Um and then that way I think everybody would feel like they a priority.
Hello. Maintain the peace in your home the best you can, and regardless of what that looks like, it does not matter what that looks like. At this
Yeah,
point, nobody should be ashamed of how they are surviving.
exactly. Exactly.
Nobody should be ashamed of how you're surviving. Do what you got to do, especially if you got kids. As long as they fed, bathed, got something going, it don't matter. I don't care. It don't
Yep,
matter. And everybody just needs to mind their business.
I agree. I think that's a great way to wrap up the show today.
I was just gonna say, and you know what? With that, we are going to wrap up the show because my kid is in her room acting a plum fool on this monitor.
And mine's is ready for some pizza or something to eat.
Oh, I was gonna say pizza. That sounds so good, but because I'm old, my heartburn feels like that would be terrible.
It won't allow it this time of
No,
night for
girl.
sure.
Girl, no. Everything that I've been cooking this past week has been heartburn central, okay? I need to take a break and like do some low acid, low spice recipes for at least a week to get me back on track.
Oh, well, do what you gotta do, honey.
Yeah, because I've been eating a lot of stuff I should not have been eating for this past week. But that's because we've been going with the ministry, girl.
On the go. Grab
We've
and
been
go.
going, girl, grab and go, eating stuff I'm not supposed to. But great week of the show. We hope you all enjoyed the show. Please follow us on Instagram at Girlhood to Grownhood. And that's the only platform we really on right now. So just go on that platform, try to find the links and find us how you can. We promise we will try to expand. But you know how it is. In the meantime, we got to do what we got to do. And right now, this is
Absolutely.
what we can do. So if you want to hear more of us, check out the links in our bio on Girlhood to Grownhood on Instagram. And I am Tamika.
And I'm Annika.
And thank you for listening to the show. See you next week.
Thank you guys. Be
Bye.
safe.